Hey guys, Charlie Aquino here and welcome to Upskill Videos. And in today's freelancing topic, we are going to talk about the 6 ways that you can set your freelancing rates. Now, one of the difficult challenges of freelancing is figuring out how much to charge and how to charge your clients. Now, while hindi ko talaga masasabi sa inyo how much you need to charge your clients for a specific task that you are doing for them, since it's really a case-to-case basis and it varies from people to people, what I want to share with you today is ano ba yung ways na pwede mong i-charge yung client mo? Because while it is important to figure out ano ba yung figure na i-charge mo sa client mo, it is also important for you to know kung ano ba yung mga ways na pwede mong i-bill ang kliyente mo. So the first way is using an hourly rate. Now, an hourly rate is basically charging an X amount of dollars for every hour that you spend working on a project. Now, this is one of the most common rate structure that is being employed by a lot of freelancers. And it's actually very easy to compute. Just estimate mo lang, magkano ba yung gusto mong kitain on a specific month, and then divide it by the number of hours that you want to work on a very specific month. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. And a lot of starting freelance designers actually use this kind of rate structure when they are billing their clients. Ang biggest benefit kasi nitong ganitong rate structure is that you get protected and you still get to earn and bill your clients for unforeseen work. Kasi alam naman natin na sa design, marami ang mga ganyang unforeseen work eh. So at least, if you are charging your clients an hourly rate, you still get to earn from these unforeseen revisions or unforeseen work na hindi na-cover ng initial discussions nyo. But of course, the problem with this kind of rate structure is that as you become better in what you do, you actually earn less. Imagine, dati you are spending 10 hours to design a very specific invitation or layout. What if nadidesign mo na siya ngayon in just 5 hours? Then parang lugi ka, di ba? So that is the limitations of this hourly rate structure. The second way that you can bill your client is on a per unit rate basis. And the way this essentially works is nagsiset ka ng set amount per unit na i-deliver mo. A very good example of this is when you are laying out designs for a magazine. So sometimes you can charge on a per page basis. Or if you are writing, so you can charge on a per word basis. O halimbawa, you are creating social media posts or social media images. You can charge your client on a per item basis or per layout basis. So maraming ways na pwede mong i-implement ito, no? Depende na rin talaga siya on the kind of work that you are doing for your client. Now, the biggest problem nitong rate structure na ganito is that minsan ma-underestimate mo yung research na kailangan mong gawin when you're starting your project. Or sometimes, minsan hindi mo ma-account yung number of revisions na kailangan mong gawin. You get to spend time, a lot of time completing a very specific project or a very specific layout, pero yung charge mo is kapareho lang din nung nagawa mo na mabilis. So, that's something that you need to consider when you are charging at this kind of rate. Now, the third way that you can structure your rate is on a per project basis. I personally use this in my company, Sophie Creatives, when we make explainer videos. And the way it works is that you get to set a very specific amount of dollars that your clients will pay for a specific work that they require for you to do. Now, for you to be able to set this rate, kailangan naiintindihan mo yung exact process na dadaanan mo, ano yung mga steps na iti-take mo in order for you to complete a project. Now, the benefit nitong per project basis is that at the very onset pa lang, sa simula pa lang ng relationship nyo, alam mo kagad kung magkano ang kikitain mo at alam kagad ng kliyente mo kung magkano ang ibabayad nila. Now, the only problem sa model na ito is pero pag nagkaroon ka ng unforeseen costs or ito yung mga bagay na hindi na na-cover ng initial discussions nyo or meron ka mga unforeseen revisions. But of course, you always have to go back to your client and try to negotiate these things kapag nangyari ito. The fourth way that you can charge your clients is by charging them a day rate. Now, this is very much similar dun sa hourly rate in a way na yung pag-compute mo nito is you just have to figure out magkano ba yung gusto mong kitain on a specific month and divide it by how many days you want to work every month. So that's the way that you compute it. Now, the advantage of this is that whether or not you work just 1 or 2 hours in a specific day, you get to charge your clients on a day rate or on a half-day rate basis. Ang basic premise kasi talaga in using this kind of rate is that as a designer, kahit na sabihin nating 2 oras mo lang ginawa ang isang design, in reality is you actually spent almost a day or a half day to be able to compute a very specific tasks. So doon pumapasok yung concept of charging them on a day rate even though you actually did it for even less. The fifth way that you can structure your rates or charge your clients is by setting a package rate. In this rate structure, basically, ang ginagawa mo is gumagawa ka ng mga packages of services that you want to offer your client. A very good example nito is when you are doing photography coverage or videography coverage. Mga wedding packages. So, ganyan yan. So, you set packs na for a very specific service na ganito, meron kang prenup, meron kang video shoot, meron kang album. So, ito yung package mo. Ang kagandahan pa nito is that normally you can post this on your website for clients to be able to see ano ba yung rates mo for the different packs. And it makes some of your clients easy to decide kasi at the very onset, alam na kagad nila ano yung budget na kailangan nilang i-spend if they want to hire you for a very specific package. Now, ang challenge talaga in this kind of rate structure is that when you have unforeseen work or merong outside the scope, you need to define magkano yung mga costs ng mga bagay na ito. These are services na masasabi nating extra that you provide on top of your basic package. Now, the sixth method is what I call setting a retainer rate. And this normally works only if you have a long-term client. The basic idea for a retainer rate is that you get to charge your client on a monthly basis a certain amount of money for just being available for them to do work, for whatever work that they want to require within that month. For me, this is actually the ideal rate structure for you kasi it balances it gives you that stability of income on a monthly basis, but it still provides you that flexibility because you are still a freelancer. However, it is not applicable to a lot of work in our design field, ano? Kasi most of the design work that we're doing is a one-off thing. So, may start and end yung project. So, kapag ganun yung case, mahirap pong gawin yung retainer basis. Pero, halimbawa, if you're doing something on a regular basis, then setting a retainer fee can actually be helpful. A good example of this and how you can set this is that if you're doing projects of video editing for a very specific studio, so you can set a retainer rate on a monthly basis to do the editing for them. Or if you are doing post-processing work na nag-edit ka ng mga photos for a wedding photographer, so that's something that you can actually do and set a retainer rate for them. So the question is, ano ba yung best na implement mo for your situation? Well, actually anything of this will work. It really depends upon you and the project na binibigay sa'yo ng client mo. But at the end of the day, what I want you to realize is that whatever rate structure you choose, ang importante is that it benefits both you and your client. So thanks again for watching, and as usual, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button below and do consider sharing this video to a lot of your friends if you feel that they will benefit from what we've talked about today. Of course, if you have any questions, you want me to record a video for a very specific topic, please leave it in the comments below. And remember, always keep learning. Bye!